Hello! I'm going to be doing another building video today, only this one is a very unique one. This is for the video game Starlink Battle for Atlas, the Target exclusive build your own Equinox ship, apparently a 44-piece puzzle. Now, you probably don't know what Starlink is, so I need to give some context first. Starlink is a video game for the Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One that is a free world, free roaming spaceship game, where it's unique because you can use spaceships in a sandbox environment to go between entire planets and galaxies. So it's a really huge exploration game, and I think it faded before its time because I think it's very underrated and under discussed. Because it's personally one of my favorite games. One of the other aspects that attracted me to it particularly is the fact that it's also a toys to life game, like Amiibo and Skylanders. Only this time you have a controller mount where you attach first your little tiny pilot figure, then you put the spaceship around it, and then you can swap out the spaceship's wings, weapons, and customize your spaceship completely based on your preferences. So I thought this was a very unique experience, and it reminded me of Skylanders Swap Force in particular. So that's why I really like the physical toy aspects of games. So anyway, this puzzle was a Target exclusive thing, and the weird thing about this is that it gives no clue as to what exactly it is. All it says is a 44-piece puzzle set. Use your building and puzzle skills to assemble the state-of-the-art Starlink Initiative mothership. But it doesn't say whether it's a cardboard puzzle or a 3D building puzzle of some sort, maybe a wood puzzle. So I don't know. So let's open it up and see what's inside. It is a wood puzzle. So yes, so this set is apparently going to build a wooden model of the Equinox ship, which is the main mothership you use in the game. Now, this is pretty cool because in terms of physical figures, you get a figure of every ship you pilot, except for the mothership. So this will be a good addition to the collection to bring it all together. In terms of how this wood puzzle will actually turn out, if you haven't seen how one of these look, I'll get a quick example. There. Here's an example of what a wooden puzzle could turn out to be. Wooden puzzles are actually very cheap and easy to make, but the result can be pretty spectacular. And with ones like these, you can paint them however you'd like, so they're very customizable and a fun building project. And sometimes they need glue to be held together, so I'll see if I need it for this. But for this particular project, it's already pre-painted with the proper designs and everything, so I don't think I'll need any paint or glue. Okay, let's open this up. There we go. Now a note about removing the puzzle pieces. I said to press them from the top to bottom when moving from the panel, and avoid damaging the edge of the pieces, because I know because these are wood, they can snap easily. Oh, one of these is already trying to come out. Here are the assembly instructions. It's only one page, two-sided. Okay, I guess actually the first step would be to punch everything out first. Oh, I guess that did that for me. Now I'm looking at it here, it doesn't seem like the parts are labeled with their correct letters. It's actually very slick. Yeah, these pieces want to jump out right away, so I'm going to punch them all out to begin with. Okay, I've punched out all the pieces, and I lay them out all according to their letter name. Here. It turns out that you don't actually need to have it marked on the actual sheet. It's easy enough to see it when you look at it on the paper. Now, right away, there are a few things to note. First of all, I'm assuming all this is scrap, including these circular pieces that look like they might be for something. But anyway. One other thing is that this creates a giant mess. It turns out that the fact that these are painted makes them leave paint chips everywhere. So I had to actually vacuum before I laid this all out. So make sure you have this in it. Make sure if you are to build something like this, you'll build in an area that you're prepared to clean up in right away. And additionally, I had to actually clean out some of the holes. It's not exactly punching out, but the fact that this is painted means that sometimes they didn't punch all the way through, and there's some paint covering the holes. So what I did, I used some wire and just sort of scraped out the hole. And that's where it gets messy. And this paint sticks to places too. Just a few things to keep in mind if you are to build something like this. Okay, I think the setup is pretty perfect, so we can get right into it. The difference between these rings, first of all, they're the body of the ship, and they're all different sizes, A being the biggest and D being the smallest, and they're all sorted right here. So we just need, and they're all identical, by the way, both B's, both C's, and both D's are identical. So we just need B, C, and D for one side, I guess. They don't tell you the exact orientation, so you have to pay attention to the close details, like which way the slots are slanted. Now it's slanted up here, so they will all be slanted up. They have to align perfectly. B, C, and D. And these are just little tabs. They're all marked as the same piece, but the reason these are yellow is because they go in these sections, and this gray one goes in the gray section, just so it matches. So this is probably going to hold the entire main structure of the ship together already. It's having a little bit of trouble going in. There we go. Oh no, it's already creating more chips everywhere. So this is a messier product than I thought it would be, but I guess that comes with anything made out of wood. Yeah, even when you get it lined up perfectly, it's still a tight fit, but I guess that's good. That means my prediction was wrong. I will not need glue for this, like I did for that car I showed earlier. There we go. It looks pretty good. Now, if you want to see reference again, here's what the completed product looked like. So right now we are building this ring, which is the center part of the ship. This is a very uniquely shaped ship, so it's going to be a very complex building project, I think. Okay, step 2. Oh, we're finishing this already. Using the last of the rings. Again, we need to ensure this lines up perfectly, because this is going to be very hard to undo. Yep, see the slants lined up. There we go. On to more big pieces. Piece F and G. That makes it easy. So what we'll want to do is just insert them into the slots, I guess. There. There, it's holding in pretty well. Remember, with wood projects especially, you have to be very careful when shimmying the piece into the slot, because if it breaks from too much force, you're not going to get a replacement. Well, then I guess glue would work, but it wouldn't look as good. Okay, step 4. We need quite a few pieces here. There, we're getting into the smaller pieces now, because we used all the big pieces already. There, I get it. It has different size slots for different holes that it'll need to go into once we start expanding upon this at the bottom. There we go, that was a painful step. Yeah, so these nails are holding this in, and they'll attach to something else down here. Which, by the way, we're going to have to be very careful with these wooden pieces, because they're already showing signs of splitting and cracking a little bit. But still holding the structural integrity together, so it's perfectly fine. Also, this big middle piece, it's actually holding these two pieces together and stable, while these side pieces are just decoration for more depth. Just like this is pure depth. Okay, we are on to the back already. And there are only 4 more steps. We need pieces I, J, and K. They do not tell you which direction to put the designs in, though. I'm assuming, though, this lines up with this, because these look like the same kind of thing, for lack of a better word. Oh, this step actually turned out to be very easy. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, there we go. It's all fitting together perfectly. It almost looks done. And the box said not for children under 3 years, but I think it should be, the age rating should be older than this, because this can be pretty dangerous if you're not used to working with wood. Okay. Also, I hope this comes with a stand of some sort, because the bottom of the ship is just this. That's the bottom right there. So, some kind of support, I hope. There, now you can see it. Step 6. 1S, 2R, 1O, and 2P. Make sure I got that right. Yep, perfect. Okay, well, once you get all the pieces, all the big pieces done, then it's all downhill from there. Oh, wrong slot. Oh, I got this wrong. No wonder that went in so easy. The problem is, on paper, these two pieces look very similar, but one is much thicker than the other, so I need to pay attention to that. I didn't. Yeah, so the box said this was a puzzle. It's more like a model project kit. I wouldn't describe it as a puzzle, personally. There. Now an exact duplicate of this. There you go, 2 exact duplicates. Even though the instructions didn't specify, I made sure to at least line up these gray dashes, making them all stick straight up, to have some kind of consistency, because they don't tell you which way to put the designs at all. Okay, second last step. We need pieces U, V, and T. Oh, we will not be using these for the second last step. So the main structure is done. These are just little minor details. It makes a very complex and fun model. Uh-oh, these pieces are not staying in. I'm afraid I might have to glue them. Okay, so the glue has dried from both of the V pieces. I had to glue them not because I broke them or anything, but just because they were a little too loose in the slots and they just kept sliding out. That was the only issue. I don't anticipate needing to glue the rest of the pieces, but there aren't that much anyway. Okay, this is the final step now. And it will use all the pieces then. That looks pretty good. And the remainder of the pieces. The W and the X. There, I had to remove that one piece just to put this one on. But now it's good. And the final piece, just a little minor detail. And there it is. That's the Equinox. Wow, it's really detailed. I love it. This will go really great with my other ships, and maybe at the end I'll post a picture of my entire collection along with this. That'll be so perfect together. The only thing though is, I mentioned this earlier, but it does not come with any type of supports or anything. So it can't really stand up on its own. You have to sort of let it lie down. But it is a very cool model. I love the little shine to it, just because of the paint. But yeah, if you play Starlink Battle for Atlas, you'll understand this, and you'll see this ship is actually very huge. But yeah, this is the building video for the wooden puzzle Equinox for Starlink Battle for Atlas. But no, this is a very fun building project, and I would definitely recommend it. And if you want to go into any wood building projects similar to this, I would definitely recommend those along with the tips I provided earlier. But yeah, thank you for watching.